Let's start with the phone's most unique and yet least advertised feature, which Realme refers to as the mini capsule. According to Realme, it is still in beta, just like the fingerprint scanner that doubles as a heart rate monitor on the Realme 9 Pro Plus 5G. In terms of functionality, it appears to be a dynamic island clone, yet. While Apple's dynamic island changes shape to display various types of active notifications, Realme's mini capsule is mostly absent. It's difficult to tell if the feature is even enabled. The only time I noticed it was when I plugged in a charger and saw the borders around the hole punch camera expand to the shape of an elongated pill, indicating that the phone was charging using SuperVOOC and displaying the battery percentage. It collapses a split second later, and that's all there is to it. To my surprise, the mini capsule does not stay active for more than a few seconds, making it easy to forget about it. Realme claims that for the time being, it is only used to display battery charging or low battery notifications, data usage, and step counting. Apart from not being active or visible most of the time, it barely performs the function of an LED notification light. More importantly, unlike Apple's dynamic island, mini capsule is not interactive, so it cannot be tapped to check things like battery status, which is also visible in the status bar. To be fair, Realme does state that the feature is still in development, so hopefully mini capsule will become more useful in future updates. The Realme C55 is part of the C series, which is essentially its budget line. Realme used its newer design language from its number series here, which surprised me. I received the Realme C55 in Sunshower, which is both the name of the finish and the phone's design feature. The frame and back panel of the phone are made of polycarbonate, and the display is protected by Panda glass. The frame is matte, while the back panel has a unique dual-tone finish that consists primarily of a matte finish and a smaller polished area around the rear-facing cameras. While the phone is reasonably thin at 7.89 mm, it is quite heavy at 189.5 grams. The display is 6.72-inch Full HD Plus with a refresh rate of 90 Hz and a touch sampling rate of 180 Hz. Despite Realme's claim that this display has a 91.4% screen-to-body ratio, the bottom bezel is difficult to ignore. Realme UI 4.0, which is based on Android 13, is used on the Realme C55. During my brief time with the phone, I noticed a plethora of third-party apps in addition to the standard Realme-branded ones that come pre-installed. The MediaTek Helio G88, a tried-and-tested SoC, may appear to be a ray of hope for those stuck with a Realme C35 and its Unisoc T616 SoC, but it still appears dated for a device in this price segment. It also lacks 5G radios, which others in this category have, such as the iQOO Z6 Lite 5G. The Realme C55 comes with two rear-facing cameras, one of which is borrowed from the popular Realme GT Master Edition. This is the primary 64-megapixel camera, which performed admirably in our testing. The second 2-megapixel camera is only used to collect depth information. Selfies are handled by an 8-megapixel front-facing camera. The phone has a 5000 mAh battery and supports 33-watt wired charging. The Realme C55 is a decent upgrade to the C35, which disappointed me in every way despite its low price. Realme appears to have delivered on design once again with the C55, and its software and camera performance appears promising, but I'll reserve my opinion for the full review. While the mini capsule feature is unique in an Android phone, it appears to be in its early stages of development. I'm still testing its usefulness in everyday use, but it's not something that should influence your purchasing decision right now. Still, it's a feature that, if developed, has a lot of potential, especially considering the C55 costs less than a quarter of the Apple iPhone 14 Pro in India.